What's up and welcome back to my channel. Now today I'm going to be talking about my top 10 NECA figures of the year of 2020. So this will basically be a list of my top 10 favorite NECA figures. Now I must admit there are other figures that I wanted to pick up, that I couldn't get to, they weren't released in time. So I just decided to just wait on those, and they didn't make the list. And there are other figures that I'm sure I would have wanted to get, and I'm sure would have made this list, like other figures from NECA, but I just didn't get them, for some reason I didn't have access to get them, so I just left them off the list. But I might give some of those some honorable mentions, And another thing too, now the way these figures are, it's kind of hard. I know last year when I did it, being that some of the figures are actually a part of a series or a wave, I kind of sometimes, I know it's kind of cheating. I kind of just put all of them together. It's like one figure and one line is real good. It's like the Doc Brown from Back to the Future, like the Back to the Future series from NECA. It's his figure I think was superb at the look of it, but it's also other figures that they had, the Mark McFly figures, the Biff figures, and they even had the Lauren. So I just combined all that together. I know it's kind of cheating, because you should focus on one figure only. But yeah, I'm just giving that a shot. This time I'm going to be doing this ranking list. So anyways, my top 10 NECA figures of 2020. Now number 10 on my list is the NECA Hellraiser Ultimate Pinhead figure. Now this figure was superb. The likeness to a pinhead and so on, like Doug Bradley. I thought NECA did a good job with this, and they had a good amount of accessories to come with the figure. Like he has the puzzle box, the configuration puzzle box, even some of his tools of torture and so on. They did a really good job, in my opinion, on this figure. Even the cloth, of his skirt part, I forget what that's actually called. I think that was an awesome figure. This is easily one of the top 10 best figures of the year from NECA, from my opinion. But the only problem with the Pinhead figure, and I'm not too sure if this is actually only mine or is it other people's figures too, he just didn't stand at all. I really could not get this figure to stand. I actually have to use a stand. Right now, I'm using the Alien 3 Ultimate Dog Alien stand to actually hold my Pinhead figure up. So for some reason, I really couldn't get him to stand. I was even thinking about getting stands to hold them, And it could have been just the way my particular version was designed, because I did pick this up as soon as it was released. But anyway, I think this figure was still superb, If anything, just got to get something to get him to stand very well. And then I think this is an awesome figure. It looks really beautiful. The tools, his weapons, the accessories that he has, the likeness to Pinhead, I think they did a good job. So this is number 10 on my list of top 10 figures from NECA of 2020. Now next on my list, which is number 9, is the NECA Annabelle Comes Home Ultimate Annabelle figure, or you could say Ultimate Annabelle figure. Now this is another figure that was awesome. The look and likeness to Annabelle, that actual doll, was done very well, in my opinion, by NECA. And then they gave 3 alternate heads where you can change her expressions. So I think that was also even a good thing too. But one of the things I think was really awesome about this was the actual display case or cabinet that you can actually put Annabelle in. So I think that was a beautiful accessory, because that's how I display her. Now that I have her, I keep her inside of the cabinet right there. So I think that's kind of awesome that they did do that, Like I said, if anything, Pinhead probably would have been before her, but because he didn't stand, that's why I just put him at number 10. But I still think this was an awesome figure, I'm glad I finally managed to actually pick this up. So my number 9 on the list of top NECA figures of 2020 is the NECA Ultimate Annabelle figure, or you can say NECA Annabelle Comes Home Ultimate Annabelle figure. And this is number 9. And number 8 on my list is the NECA Ultimate Ghostface figure. Now I'm still having trouble understanding which Ghostface is actually based on, because apparently there are 2 different licenses. You have the actual Ghostface from the Scream films, but Ghostface himself actually has become a separate character. So I'm still having kind of confusion about what's going on with that. But I think this way was an awesome Ghostface figure. And I know NECA had another one, which is the retro cloth one, but I chose to go with the ultimate one because he has better articulation, and of course he has more accessories too as well. And in my opinion, I believe that this Ghostface, this actual mask, I do believe it looks more true to how Ghostface looks in the films, So I think this was actually definitely one of the best figures of the year from NECA. I know NECA already did do a Ghostface figure in the past too as well, but this one is an ultimate version. So I do think this is still one of their best figures of the year, from NECA. So this is number 8 on my list, the NECA Ultimate Ghostface. Up next on my list is the number 7 of my top NECA figures of the year. These are the Halloween 2 retro cloth figures. Now again, Michael Myers was released alone, and then you had the Dr. Loomis and Laurie Strode released together as a 2-pack. But I just decided to actually combine all 3 of them together because they are part of like a whole like series, you could say. So I think these were some awesome figures, and it was awesome getting a Laurie Strode like this too as well, like in a hospital like gown thing. So I thought that was cool, and it was awesome getting like an updated version of Dr. Loomis, because I knew NECA did a Dr. Loomis figure a long time ago. So I'm glad they did give us like a retro cloth version of Dr. Loomis, you know. So that's one of the main reasons why I was kind of definitely excited about these figures. And all 3 of them are based on Halloween 2 from 1981, not the Rob Zombie one. I know Halloween 2 has been retconned too, it no longer exists, you know, with the recent Halloween film from 2018. But I still think these are some pretty good figures, and I really believe it was the Dr. Loomis Foster's outfit, I believe his was the best of them. But the actual facial sculpt, like the mask sculpt of Michael Myers on this figure, is just unbelievable. That has got to be, I think, probably the best face sculpt I've ever seen on Michael Myers from like a NECA, like the NECA company itself that they ever made based on Michael Myers. Like the likeness to him, it just looks superb on this figure for some reason. It looks much better than the ultimate Halloween 2 Michael Myers figure, for my opinion. But yeah, these are number 7 on my list. So this is the Halloween 2 retro cloth figures, and again, these weren't together. You had to get Michael like separately. Then they had like a 2-pack of Dr. Loomis and Laurie Strode, so they were separate figures, but I just combined them together, you know, so each figure can get like be in the line basically. But yeah, this is number 7 on my list. I heard. Okay, and number 6 on my list is the NECA retro cloth, or you can say clothed Candyman figure. Now this is yet another superb figure for the NECA line, you know, like the retro cloth line. They did a good job on this. The likeness to Candyman, or you can say like Tony Todd, I thought was like superb on this figure. It really does like look like him. Then he has like an alternate head, and he has a couple other accessories too. They can kind of complete like the Candyman look. And I thought his jacket was done very well too as well. It might be too overly baggy, but when you actually get it in the hands, I think it is like superb. It feels nice, and it has like a bendable wire, so you can like fold it however you want. But I still think this is easily one of the best figures of the year from NECA. I think they did a pretty good job on the Candyman figure. So yeah, this is number 6 on my list, and it's the Candyman with a NECA retro cloth, or you can say clothed Candyman figure. This is based on Candyman Farewell to the Flesh too. So yeah, and this is number 6. And number 6 on my list is the NECA Ultimate Super Shredder, and this is based on Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 2, The Secret of the Ooze. Now this figure is awesome, like the likeness and detail to him is like superb too as well. So this is easy like number 6 on my list. And I probably actually, I mean number 5, I actually probably would have had this like higher than this, you know, but I just decided to put this here because there was like other figures, you know, that actually would have preferred like over this, you know, but I still think this was a well designed like figure. Like I like how it's like the muscles and all that stand on him. He looks like awesome, you know, something that's cool. He has like the can of ooze to his song, so I think they did a good job on this figure. I know like the Spirit, you don't really see Spirit use that in the film, and I know other people were saying that too, but he has it with the figure, you know. But yeah, this is like number 5 on my list, and this is the NECA Super Shredder, Ultimate Super Shredder figure. And this is number 5 on my list of top NECA figures of 2020. And number 4 on my list of top NECA figures of 2020 is the Alien 40th Anniversary series. Now I must admit I was kind of like, you know, kind of disappointed to a certain extent, because there are a couple other figures that were just released, so they're not on this, and I'm sure I would have had them here. Like they released the Ash figure. They also released like an updated version of like Kane too as well. But then they also have Lambert on the way to an updated version of Lambert, you know, and so on. But I'm kind of disappointed that I didn't actually get to get the Ash figure and the updated Kane figure. But these were the ones I thought were done very well. I thought the Alien, the Ultimate Big Chop Alien, was superb. That's easy one of the best figures of the year from NECA. And they already have done that figure before many times, but this is like the ultimate version, which had like another egg with the face hug and so on. Then they did like a new face sculpt for Ripley. I know a lot of people that think it didn't look too like good, like the likeness of Sigourney Weaver wasn't that well. But I still think it was a pretty good figure. But the Parker and Brett figures, and these are completely new. They never had Parker and Brett figures. I think those are awesome. The way NECA did those, and it's cool actually getting them now. And now we do also have Ash too, like I said, because now you have like the whole crew members of the Nostromo. So I think that's kind of awesome that we do have all of them. So I guess if anything, they could release re-released like Dallas, because they also had Dallas too, but I think his was kind of the same, because I had the Dallas one too, probably like the 40th anniversary way, but I think that one was kind of the same, you know. But I just chose to show these figures like to represent that I said that I believe Alien 40th anniversary, or in my opinion, this is like one of my favorite series of figures this year. It's like wave, you know, of figures of this year from NECA. So these are number 4 on my list. And like I said, I kind of hate combining all of them, you know. But you know, I want to get a chance to show each one of them. I ain't want to be pulling out one, you know, and so on. All right, so yeah, this is number 4 on my list of top figures of the year from NECA of 2020. Okay, number 3 on my list is the NECA Back to the Future Ultimate figures. As you can see, we have like Ultimate Marty McFly figures, Ultimate Doc Brown, Ultimate Biff 2 as well. These are based on Back to the Future Part 1 and Back to the Future Part 2 so far, the ones that NECA has done. Now, I think these figures are awesome. If I had to really pick one out of these, it is definitely the Doc Brown figure. Like the likeness to Christopher Lloyd is just unbelievable. That could quite be one of the best, or if not the best, face sculpt I think I've ever seen, like on a figure from NECA. As far as like the actual likeness, like an actor or actress, it really does like Christopher Lloyd, no joke. Even like the Biff figure, theirs look very good, but I'm kind of like on the fence like the Marty McFly figures. I know a lot of people think they don't really look like Michael J. Fox that much. You can definitely tell that it's Michael J. Fox, you know. But I do kind of believe that the likeness to him wasn't that good, you know. Even I kind of believe that, but I still think they're pretty solid figures, and these are like well done. I think these are awesome, and I'm definitely looking forward to like NECA making more figures based on like the Back to the Future film series. So like something based on Part 3, even like more characters from like Part 2, like say Doc Brown like in his Part 2 clothes, you know, like where he's in the future and so. I think that'd be kind of awesome to have. So yeah, these are the NECA Back to the Future figures. And I forgot to mention that I had the DeLorean too as well, you know. And I know a lot of people that think the DeLorean did that good, you know, but I think it's a pretty solid representation of the DeLorean, you know. So yeah, I forgot to actually mention that too. But yeah, these are like my top, or number 3 on my top figures of the year from NECA. Awesome collection. And number 2 on my list is the NECA Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Casey Jones and Raphael in Disguise 2-pack. These figures are superb, and there's no question these would have been at the very top of my list, you know. So I'm definitely excited about having these, and it took a long time for me to actually be able to find these, because they were exclusive to I think Walmart at first, but I was having trouble finding them. But eventually I was able to actually get me like an order in, like when NECA opened up the orders like online at their NECA store. That's why I was able to actually successfully pick these up, and these are like awesome. You know, the way they did it, you know. These are easily some of the best figures of the year, not just from NECA, but be like in general, period. Like any company, you know, these will have to be on anybody's like top list, you know, if they're doing like a top list figures. So yeah, I would definitely recommend these. So this is the NECA Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Casey Jones and Raphael in Disguise 2-pack. And again, these figures are superb, and they are number 2 on my top NECA figures of 2020. Okay, and my number 1 top 1 figures of 2020 from NECA are the NECA Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 2 Secret of the Ooze Talkar and Razar figures. These figures are superb, and there's no question. I already had these kind of confused. I was actually thinking about putting Casey Jones and Raphael in Disguise at the first spot, but I went ahead and just decided to put these at number 2. Being that we didn't have the actual Casey Jones likeness, like his actual face likeness, so that's why I just decided to go with these two, since we can really see them, and they really do look exactly like they do in the film, you know. You would think these were actually pulled out of the movie. They look so close to their actual like counterparts, like the detail, the likeness, and everything about it, the sculpting, the way NECA did this is just unbelievable. These are easily some of the best figures of the year from any company, not just NECA. I bet you can combine all kind of like companies together, and these would be in the top, you know. They are very well done. I'm surprised they actually chose something like these, you know, to be at the number 1, you know, but they really were just that good. They stand very well. They have an awesome amount of accessories, and a lot of accessories. You can even share their accessories. You can mess with like, their expressions and so on with someone, like their mouths open. The detail, the articulation and so on is just beautiful on these figures. So I'm definitely looking forward to NECA making more Teenage Mutant type Ninja Turtles figures, you know, because I think these are just very well done. Like an honorable mention, I really do believe in the end that I would have went with the NECA Shredder, the Splinter, and the 2 Foot Soldiers from NECA. But they were actually released like the previous year when he was able to get them at the Comic-Con thing, I think. Well, online we had actually ordered them. They was like an exclusive. So that's why I didn't bother to put them there, because they were already released like back in 2019. But I do believe it was definitely them figures, you know. But yeah, these are definitely my #1 top figures of the year from NECA of 2020. Please leave a comment and subscribe to it as well.